Hi, today I'd like to share a finding from Hartman's recent study, The Online Grocery Shopper. As part of the study, we surveyed roughly 1,600 adult shoppers about their shopping habits and preferences and how they may or may not be using any of the emerging number of online grocery services and how they may or may not be interested in using them in the future. This has been a pretty hot topic because many in the food industry want to learn as much as possible about who's adopting to uncover potential target markets or competitive threats, or as a sign of unmet addressable needs, or to understand the likely pace of change as e-commerce disrupts yet another sector of our economy. So one of the things we found was that 31% of online adults say they will never ever use an online grocery service like the ones that exist today. So these are people who are online, they're taking an online survey, and they may be shopping in other categories. So including the 12% of people who haven't even bothered with the internet at all yet or who lack access for some other reason, 41% of American adults have absolutely no plans to learn about, try, or embrace this channel for their food purchases. And this is a sobering thought for technology optimists. A few observations here. So these tend to be lower income households who spend less money on food in general. So while only 59% of US households may be in play for online retailers, the inverse of the 41%, the portion of US food spending that's available for online channels is actually quite a bit higher than that, giving it at least another 10% boost there. Now these rejectors, the ones who say never, also tend to be older consumers who may, over time, get more comfortable online. They may age out of the population, which is a euphemism for dying, or who, before that point, they may develop some mobility constraints that make them likely eventually to come to depend on home delivery and perhaps online ordering for home delivery. We can look for clues into the appeal of the services and the perceived barriers by examining the differences in attitudes among these rejectors and among those who are interested in using the services. So they're helpful to look at in that sense as well. One thing to consider is that we typically don't find that these never go online shoppers actually like shopping in the store any more than anyone else. It's not an active dislike of shopping in food stores that has led people to be interested in going online. Higher income early adopters, they patronize stores with relatively strong in-store experiences that aim to make shopping enjoyable. They go online typically for some type of convenience which needs to be parsed out very carefully, but be wary of the idea that the online channel is going to have this easy time getting people to leave their stores behind, because so far people haven't really been driven by a revolt against food stores. Dissatisfaction with in-person retail does tend to be there, but it's at a low and kind of simmering level below the surface. So e-commerce services will really need to go quite a bit deeper to find the messages and appeal points that are going to attract shoppers online, whether it's the people who say they'll adopt soon or the people who really at this point have no interest whatsoever. Thank you.